Hello. I am Psyched Plays PS2. I have been doing a PlayStation 2 challenge for over 10 years now, and I collect and play all these games, as you can see. I can't put my hand in the right location, there we go. All these games I own. I always play with original hardware, and I thought I might do a proper collection video this time. Because I saw one recently where basically they show all the games show all the games up close. So I might just do just that. I've got a lot of games. I have special editions as well, and platinum and other regional titles. So we'll just go through all of it, and yeah, I'll just show you my current collection of over 1,860 games. So we'll get to it. Alright, so we start with A. These are all, of course, organised in alphabetical order. So starting with A, of course, oh, sorry, not A, dots, like symbols and numbers. So I've got the Dot Hack series, still missing the third one. A lot of budget titles, of course. These red dots, though, you're going to see a lot of those red dots. They're the games that I've basically completed on the channel. So yeah, you're going to see a lot of those. But yes, not many numbered games, but some good titles there though, like 10,000 Bullets, which of course never really came to America. Now we'll move on to A. Of course we've got like Australian games, like the AFL games. All the Ace Combats, of course, are different names for the Power region. Airblade, fantastic game, I love that game. Some lovely baseball games. America's 10 Most Wanted, of course, is one of the only few games. It's got like Osama bin Laden right there. Classic stuff. Escape's fantastic. Probably this is right here was my first game I ever played on the channel. I love this game so much. This is my original copy from way back in the day as well, so I love that game so much. I was so glad to play through it again. Got a lot of the Armored Core games. I think got mostly all the Army Men games now. Of course, got Australian Idol thing, which is like American Idol. I don't know how different the games are, but that's one game I'm going to have to eventually play at some stage. Alright, still going, now we're on to B. So with, of course, B-Boy. It's a breakdancing game. Backyard Wrestling. Everyone loves the Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance games. This is an interesting title. BCV, Battle Construction Vehicles. It's like you're literally fighting giant vehicles. It's fun. Beverly Hills Cop. This is probably one of the worst games on PS2. I got some sealed games too, like this, like Black Buccaneer. That's a sealed game, as you can tell. It's got the PlayStation strip. PS2 strip going on the bottom there. Bob the Builder games, they're the iToy games. People love those. There's actually not much content of those on YouTube, so I'm not too sure why, but there we are. Bombastic. Now, if anyone remembers a game on PS1 called Devil Dice, or I don't know what it's called in Japan, but it's basically the sequel to Devil Dice. It's fantastic. I love that game. I look forward to eventually playing Bombastic though. A lot of Bratz games. And then we come to fantastic Burnout games, obviously. Love the Burnout games. And a whole lot of Buzz games. I think I'm missing like one or two. But yeah. Oh, and of course all the regional quiz ones. Because I got the Buzz Brain of Oz. Yeah, so there's, for the Brain of Oz ones, there's a one for a lot of different countries, so I don't know how I'm going to get around to that, but I will eventually. Alright, on to C. A lot of Cabela's games, so much Cabela's games. Even though these all here have the same title, they are all 3 different games. So you got that one. Oh, hang on. Big Game Hunter and Big Game Hunter. They're all different, same name, different years of release. Don't know why they didn't change the name on them, but anyway. Call of Duties. Car Wash Tycoon. Yep, that's an actual game. We have yep. You wash cars in the simulator. It's terrible, but it's a Phoenix game, and I'm sure people know what Phoenix games are. So that's another classic game. Now I've also got these ones as well. This is an Indian exclusive game, so it's only released in India. This one's called Chandragupta, Warrior Prince. I've played a couple of Indian games, but I still got a few more to play. Alright, now on to the other side of sea. With classic stuff like Cinderella, which is terrible. Another, as you can see, Phoenix title. All the Crash Bandicoot games, I've played through a few of them now, or a couple of them, classics. Of course the cricket games, which never really came to America. I've also got, unfortunately, ones I have to replace eventually, because it's like an X-rental. Oops. But eventually I'll get around to replacing those. Alright. On to D. A lot of dance games, like Dance UK. These are like, require a dance pad. So these are eventually, sometime in the future games. I'll be playing through those. Now my favorite game of all time. On PS2, Dark Cloud. Absolutely love this game. Such a good game. I highly recommend it if you've never played it before. Basically like a RPG with a building simulator. It's fantastic. I haven't played the second one, so I do look forward to playing that eventually. There's another Indian game, the Desi Ada Games of India. And this is how long the PS2 ran for. This is a Despicable Me game. And this came out in 2010. That was like 10 years after the PS2 came out. They were still making games. It's crazy. All the Devil May Cries, Die Hard, The Scayers, a lot of Disney stuff. So much Disney stuff. And Pixar. And of course this has been... Oh no, wait, no, which one's been going crazy at the moment? Huh. I'm sure I had it. Okay, I thought it was Rumbly Tumbly Event. I thought it was that one, but it's not. It's not Winnie the Pooh. It's Piglet's. Why? Oh, there it is. Piglet's Big Game. How did I miss that? Well, this has been going crazy because it has like some sampling from Silent Hill 2 music, which is insane. Alright, let's keep going forward. Another Indian title, Don 2 the game, based on a movie of the same name. I played that on one of my birthday streams a while ago. Of course, Dora the Explorer. Can't have a PS2 collection without those. And of course, everyone loves Dragon Ball Z, the Budokai Tenkaichi series. Fun fact about these two right here, number 2 and number 3, apart from being absolutely amazing games, I was able to get those for $5 each. That was a bargain and a half for me, and I love those games so much. I look forward to playing through the entirety of those games. And of course, a whole lot of Dynasty Warriors games. I haven't got all of them. I'm missing Dynasty Tactics. I think that's it. Just the first Dynasty Tactics game. I'll get it eventually. All right, on to E. This is actually I got recently. It's quite a rarity. Look forward to playing. It's like a ghost, like first-person ghost type game. It's quite interesting. Oh, yes, I finished this recently. It was very average, very terrible, and requires a guide to basically play through the entire game. I don't know why they made it like that, but they did. And of course, Eternal Ring, one of From Software's games. Where are we? From Software. I think I'm pretty sure they developed it. Yeah, developed by From Software. It's like a first-person game with a. It's okay. Like, it's not great. It's nothing special. Has a hilarious baby as a final boss, but anyway, this is a game I wish was still active. I could have actually played through it, but I never did. It's an online game, so all the information was online, but I've heard private servers are going to be working on that, so maybe I'll be able to eventually play it one day. And a lot of the iToy games, I've played a few of them right now, but I'm pretty sure I have all the iToy games, so that's a good thing. I look forward to playing this Ape Escape one. Still have Ape Escape, so I need to get the sword for this one. Alright, let's continue with E, which is attached to the F section because I ran out of room. Alright, so we got Pom Pom Party, which I played. I actually do have the pom poms for that, so I already played through that game. Now on to F. This is a interesting Fallout game. Have you ever heard of it before? Fallout Brotherhood of Steel. It basically plays the same way as like the Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance games. Uses the same engine actually. That was a fun game. And of course the FIFA games. I have all the FIFA games except for, I'm not sure if there's a Street 3, but I've got all the FIFA games that I know of. Even FIFA 14, which was one of the last games ever to be released on PS2. As you can see, it was released in 2013, which is insane really if you think about it. Final Fantasy games, one of my favourite Final Fantasy games of all time. Final Fantasy X, absolutely love it. Forbidden Siren. This recently got ported to the PlayStation Store. It's an okay game, but it stops being scary once it becomes really annoying having to backtrack to everything to get all these items to continue with the game. It's a good game, but another one that sort of requires a guide of sorts. And of course, not expensive over here, but I know it's expensive in America. Futurama. Alright, on to G. Exclusive Irish games, I want to say. Gaelic games. And Gaelic games hurling, whatever hurling actually even is. I'm not too sure. Comes with a DVD to practice your hurling skills. Of course, we came out to God Hand and God of War, which of course are great games. Haven't played through God Hand yet, but eventually will. I've played a bit of it, but it's not an easy game, so one day I will play through it. And this is one of my original games as well. I have had this ever since it came out. It's in very, very good nick. I look forward to playing through that again. And of course the Gran Turismo games. Gran Turismo 4 is going to be a very long game because of all the 24-hour races. It's going to be hectic. Of course the Grand Theft Autos. I've only got 2 more to play before I've done all the Grand Theft Auto games on PS2. That'll be a sad day. And of course, Guitar Hero games. I've only played 1 of them, but I've got all of them from the first one to Van Halen and World Tour and 5. Jeez, I sometimes forget how many are on PS2. Alright, on to H. Of course, Half-Life was ported to PS2. Actually, I've heard that this is the definitive version. The best way to play Half-Life 2, and it comes with a co-op game which is only ever on PS2, which is crazy. That I'll be playing with a mouse and keyboard as well. Alright, Harry Potter games. I love the Harry Potter games on PS2. Played through the Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup as well, that was fun. Still got, all these to go. So one day I will get them, or I'll play them, sorry. High School Musical games, a lot of Hot Wheels games. Yes, this is a Home Alone game. I know it's not Home Alone. It looks like that, but it's very, very terrible. I recently finished it properly, and it was, average at best. A lot of Hot Wheels games. And this was a gift from one of my family members, El Hobbit. It's just a Spanish version of The Hobbit. Alright, of course, Ico. I need to get the special edition of Ico. I love the cover of it as well, but the special edition is one thing I want to get. Yeah, there's not many games in I. It's a very small library of I games. Alright, on to J. Of course, classic Jackass the game. Really fun game to play through. And of course I've got the Jack games, Jack and Daxter games. Even the one that wasn't made by Naughty Dog, Lost Frontier. James Bond, of course, Jaws Unleashed. Yep, the Johnny Bravo game. That's a thing, Johnny Bravo. And the Jumanji game. They're all made by Blast. Blast is a terrible, very budget company. As you can see, Blast. They make some very average games. I think just capitalizing on the name. That's about it. I don't even know why they let them make the game. Like, licensed out to them, but anyway. And this is another game I played recently. It's actually the exact same. It plays just like Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. I was not expecting it. It was actually quite fun. Alright, on to K. Kessen games, Killer 7, Killzone, of course, classic games. King of Fighters, there's so many King of Fighters games on PS2, I don't have all of them. Original release of Kingdom Hearts with the holographic cover, as you can see. Still got number 2 as well. I have yet to play number 2. I've played it before, but I never properly completed it, so I look forward to eventually playing through it one day. And of course, one of my more treasured games, Kuon, and of course it is sealed. So I got a brand new sealed Kuon. It's in a protective casing. I don't know if I'll ever open it or get another copy to play, but we'll see what happens when I get to that. Alright, on to L. Right here is a game I hated so much. Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness. I played through it and the game is abysmal. It is absolutely terrible. I don't envy anyone who wants to play it. It was just so poorly designed. I'm glad it was over, but I suppose they're remastering it for PS4 and PS5 for current consoles or whatever. But we'll see how that goes. Legend of Spyro games, Lego Batman, a few Lego games actually. Of course, we're coming up to like all the LMA Manager games, which are going to be boring titles to play, but I've got to play them nonetheless. And of course, absolutely fantastic, the Lord of the Rings games, stuff like Two Towers. What a great game this was, such a good game, and then they made it even better with Return of the King. Such a good game. I look forward to eventually playing the Third Age. I haven't played through it before, so RPG style Lord of the Rings, I'm looking forward to that. Alright, on to M. Of course, we sort of start off with the Madden titles. The first Mafia game, of course. Oh, that's Magic's. Mafia. Never played a Mafia game, so we'll see how that one goes. Of course, Manhunt. I have both Manhunt 1 and Manhunt 2. These were eventually banned at some point, but I was able to get the second one too. Marvel vs. Capcom 2, what a classic game. I've got to play through it properly. I only ever played a little bit of it, but I'm going to be playing through the whole of it to try and get all the characters eventually. Medal of Honor games, and this is an interesting title. The Medical and Engineering Joint Entrance Quiz. It's a Indian only game, Indian specific game. It's basically it's like experience a totally innovative and interactive way of preparing your medical and engineering joint entrance exam by playing a game. I look forward to doing that, then I can, get into engineering. Got some Mega Man games. I'm still missing Mega Man X8. I'll get that eventually. Metal Gear Solid. Of course, I've got Metal Gear Solid 2, Substance, Snake Eater, and Subsistence. Great games. Metal Slug games. Midnight Clubs, and like the Dub Edition remix. Get back in there, thank you. Got some Mortal Kombat games. Like I played through Shaolin Monks. That was a fun game. Moto GPs. Mouse Police. This is a terrible game. Another Phoenix title. See down there. It's basically a glorified cartoon with some puzzles and stuff in it. It's terrible. Yep, Mr. Bean. Of course, is another Blast title. Looks like it's Mr. Bean based on the TV show, and everyone loves this. Go on, out you come. Mr. Mosquito. I love the Japanese artwork of this. It's literally just a foot with the mosquito on it. I want to get that one day just for the fact of the artwork. Mummy games. So the MX vs ATV games. My Horse and Me, hooray. And Mythmakers games. Alright. Let's go to N. I'll get down here now because it's getting lower. All the Naruto games. Even though I've never ever watched the show before, I got the Naruto games. NBA. Slowly playing through NBA Live 2001. Almost finished that one, but there's so many more NBA Live games. All the Need for Speed. Everyone loves Need for Speed. I've only played through Underground so far, so I got plenty of Need for Speed content coming in the future. on. New York race. This is great because I'm a huge Fifth Element fan. So I look forward to actually playing. I know it's nothing special, but it'd be fun to play through that whole game. NHL games. Nightshade, that was a good game. It's the sequel to Shinobi, which was a very tough game. This was a very tough game, but I'm glad to have finally finished it, even though it took me a very long time. Alright, on to O. Alright, got the obscure games. That was a fun to play through. I only survived with one person at the end of it, but I survived anyway. And this is a very, very, very big rarity item in my collection. Ocean Commander. Not just any Ocean Commander. A UK Ocean Commander. This is in English. Most of the ones you'll find will not be in English. So this is not easy to find anymore. Most of the copies nowadays are either Italian or French. I'm pretty sure only Italian, but I got the UK copy. Got the Onimusha games. Played through the first one a while ago. This game was so good. I had so much fun. Oh my god, sorry. I had so much fun with it. The music is amazing. So much fun. I highly recommend it for anyone who hasn't played an Outrun game. That was just fun. Alright, on to P. Some dart games, I know. I don't know why there's a dart game, but there's two dart games. That'll be fun eventually. Got the Persona games, Persona 3 FES. Very nice. Couple of Power Rangers games, one of the Premier Manager games, and of course this is a classic Primal. Scooch over. Okay. All the damn Pro Evolution Cycle games, actually not all of them, I'm still missing 11, 12 and 13, but I will get them eventually. Project Zero games, absolutely amazing. I've only got one of them left. Very terrifying games. Very fun. Highly recommend them. Very scary. Alright. The Punisher was also another great game. It was a Marvel game. I played through it earlier on the challenge. Okay, you fall down. Punisher. Classic. Very, very brutal. Interesting ways of killing people. And of course, onto Q. That's Q. There's literally only 3 games for Q. I've played them all. This is great fun. And the only Quake 3 to have like a story to it. So you got like a storyline and a final boss, which the PC version does not. Alright, let me just scooch over to R. Alright, of course starting with an Indian title, Ra won the game. Pretty sure this is based on a movie as well. Ratchet and Clank games, I've only got one more left. I'm really enjoying them. These real play games are interesting because they need specific controllers. I've only got one controller. I have it up here, hang on. So, yes, the case is a bit broken, but you need this specific controller to play the game. The game fell out, but that's fine. One day I will play that. Let me put that back. I'll put this over here so I can get to that later. Red Dead Revolver, of course, you know, that spawned into Red Dead Redemption. This is the original. And of course, all the Resident Evil games. Eventually I'll be playing Outbreak, but I won't be able to play it online, so it'll just be me. Oh, this is a great game. I had fun playing through this. Ribbit King. It's Frolfing, which is frog golfing. Highly recommend it. Super fun game. Alright, continue on with the R. This is Australian specific. Ricky Ponting. Cricket. I hate this game. I've tried playing through it. I got stuck. Something happened. It was like a 2-hour mission, and then I died. So eventually I have to go back to that. Eventually. Got the Rock Band games. Onto more rugby titles. And of course, yes, you see it. Rule of Rose. Unfortunately, this is not an English copy. It does play in English, but this is a French copy. But I have it, so that's all that matters. Alright, on to S. Starting with the Saint and Sinner. Phoenix title. I've never played it, so I wonder what that'll be like. Saint Seiya games. Scarface, of course. I've recently finished this. I actually really had a lot of fun with it. It was a bit grindy, but I had a bit of fun. Alright, here is one of my more... Actually, it is my most expensive title. Hang on, let me just scooch over. I have to sit on the floor, and these bookshelves are so large. Alright, this right here is my most expensive game. I spent an absurd amount of money on it. It's not sealed, but it is very, very expensive. I look forward to playing it and seeing if it was worth it. It probably wasn't, but I will eventually play through it. Still need one more Shadow Hearts game. Absolutely legendary game this is. Shadow of the Colossus. Absolutely legendary. It was the 10th game I played on my channel. I played it when it first came out as well on PS2. Just blew me away. It was insane. There's the original Persona 3. Of course, it starts with Shin Megami Tensei instead. And of course, there's Shinobi. Classic game, good game, hard game. And, oh yes, all the Silent Hills. Of course, I have the director's cut. Not director's cut. Special edition. I need the director's cut. But I love this game so much. It's my favourite horror game of all time. I enjoyed the remake too. The remake was fantastic. Silent Hill 3, fun game. Silent Hill 4 was alright, but it was still fun to play through. And yes, I do have a UK version of Shattered Memories. Not easy to find now, not cheap either. Another Armored Core game. I don't know why it's down here, but it was prefixed with Silent Line, so it goes in S. An absolute classic as well here, Simpsons Hit and Run. Very, very, very good game. Everyone remembers that game. Sims titles. And here we are. A ridiculous amount of SingStar games. I don't have them all. There are still so many more to get, but eventually I will get them. Yes, there are the Wiggles. SingStar the Wiggles. Great. This I have classed as one of the worst PS2 games ever. Skateboard Madness Extreme Edition. There is no other editions of this. It is absolutely abysmal. I recommend looking it up and looking how bad the game actually is. Sly Raccoon Games. Fix that sticker up. Love the Sly games. I look forward to playing Sly 2 and Sly 3. They'll come up on the wheel eventually. The SOCOM games. They're going to be tough, I think, because they're very strategic games they are. A lot of Sonic stuff. Soul Calibers. This is another sealed title. Now, let me just move this stuff out of the way. Soul Nomad and the World Eaters. It's sealed as well. I'll eventually open it at some stage. These games actually were sort of, I don't know, I can't remember if they were gifted or I didn't pay. So someone was very generous with these games. I'll say that. Space Channel 5 and Space Channel 5 Part 2, and the Part 2 is actually a promo copy, which is interesting. Alright. Got the Spider-Man games. I think I'm pretty sure I got all the Spider-Man games. And I'm pretty sure as well I have all the SpongeBob games. Recently finished SpongeBob SquarePants movie. That was fun. Very, very hard though. I don't know why a game like that would be hard, but it was. It was. More Spyro games. All the SSX games. Like SSX Tricky. Never really played them, so eventually I will. Alright, scooching over. Star Trek games. And all the Star Wars, except for one. I'm missing Super Bombad Racing. I don't have that yet. The State of Emergency games. I need to finish this one. I never finished it. I got stuck. I couldn't do a mission. I don't know why. The mission was like either bugged. I'm not too sure. I'll figure it out one day. There's more Indian titles. Street Cricket Champions. Yeah, that's alright. As you can see, it'll say made in India, for sale in India only. But here I am in Australia with Indian titles. Stuntman games, the Suffering games. Suffering games were so much fun. This was so much fun. I look forward to playing the sequel. I never played the sequel before. Out you come. It's very tight in there. Very good game. Prison is hell. Oh, wait. Oh, I don't know what that noise was. Anyway. Got the Suikoden games. 4, 5 and Tactics. We never got 3 over here, so I think 3 is Japanese or American only. I'm not too sure. I had to figure that one out. And the other Dragon Ball Z game sitting down here is Super Dragon Ball Z. I think this is just like normal basic fighting, nothing crazy. Alright, let's continue with S. Even though S is the largest, because it goes all the way along here. So keep going along. S is all the way here, starts here, and finishes down here. Alright. Of course, ending with Siphon Filter. Never played any Siphon Filter games, but I got them. Alright. On to T. Got the, I'm pretty sure I nearly have all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games. I don't like the Turtles, but I had fun with TMNT, which is further ahead. But I'm currently almost finished replaying through all of Tekken 5 to get all the characters' storylines. This is an absolute classic of mine. I love this game so much. I played through it recently, got all the trophies for it, had a lot of fun with it. A lot of Tiger Woods games. I'm pretty sure I need Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2010, but I'll get it eventually. And of course everyone loves the Time Splitters games. I look forward to Time Splitters 2. Classic game. There's the TMNT, so I played through that already. It's based on the movie of the same name, but it was alright. It was nothing crazy. Got the Tom Clancy games, and some of my favourite games of all time, the Tony Hawk's games, with Underground and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 being my absolute favourites. I love Underground so much. I got so many memories as a kid playing that. Such a good game. Oh yeah, Doctor Who game. Not really a Doctor Who game. Hang on, the screwdriver. But it's a Top Trumps Doctor Who game, so it's all about cards. The Top Trumps cards. Torrente 3. Now this is a terrible game. It's based on a Spanish movie. It's grossly gross. With one of the first scenes in the game is you're on a plane and you catch two people, joining the Mile High Club. So and there's things you can do in that game which you shouldn't be able to do in that game, but you can do it. The reason why it's probably rated MA15. The two true crime games, New York and LA. And you also got some interesting PAL titles that have artwork on the side. Not many do, as you can see. This is Twin Caliber with artwork on the sides. I got to get around to finishing that game. And here's an interesting thing. So we have Twisted Metal Black and Twisted Metal Black Online. Oops, it was black. For the PAL release, they removed all the cinematics. I don't know why, but they did. So I'm going to have to play through that again when I get the American copy of it. And of course I got the online version. And play through all the storylines, because that's what I want to do. I don't know why they got rid of them for the PAL version, but they did. Alright, on to U. Not many U games, a lot of UEFA stuff and UFC. Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate this, Ultimate that. Under the Skin is probably the more well-known one that people might know of, where you're an alien that takes control of people's bodies and has Nemesis in it, of course. And this is another really expensive title, Urban Constructor. This is also a UK version, which is very hard to find. Yeah. I need to play through it properly. It's not an easy game at all, but I gotta play through it again properly. Unreal Tournament, Urban Chaos, which is the first game ever by Rocksteady. You can sort of tell because a lot of the takedowns are in slow motion, so sort of the same way Batman the Arkham series was. Alright, that's you and Herbs. Me and my sister used to play this game all the time. It was fantastic to play through it again. Brought back a lot of memories. Alright, on to V. It's the V8 Supercar games, which are basically the Toka games. And I think DTM Racer. Valkyrie Profile 2, Vampire Knight, VIP, which is based on that TV show of Pamela Anderson. Yeah. Yeah, nothing crazy in V. I play through, Van Helsing and stuff like that. Right, on to W. All the way in the bottom. Alright, starting with like a Warhammer game, which is Warhammer 40k Fire Warrior. That'll be an interesting game to play through, considering Warhammer is quite high at the moment with the Space Marine 2 release. Warriors Orochi, The Warriors. This game is top tier. I don't know why they haven't remastered or remade this one. This needs it. It's an absolute classic title. If you have never played it, I highly recommend it. War of the Monsters is another game. I found out about this game through the demo discs, and I absolutely loved it, so I got it. This was back in the day. I absolutely thrashed playing through it, loved playing through it as well. And this is a recent pickup. We Love Katamari. Never played it before, but now I finally own it. Look forward to playing that eventually. The Wipeout game, Wipeout Fusion. Of course, I remember playing Wipeout game on PS3, Wipeout Fury, I'm pretty sure. A lot of snooker games and poker games. World Championship, this, that, and the other. The Worms games. I think the only one that's 2D is this one, Worms Blast. But it's 2D in the way there's more of a puzzle game than anything, which is stupid. Unless Worms 4 is. No, they're all 3D on PS2. That sucks. All right, WWE games. I have all of them. Every single one of them. There's a lot. Even the WWF, SmackDown, Just Bring It. Before they changed to WWE. I've also got, as you can see, Crush Hour, which has Chris Benoit as one of the main characters in it. We all know Chris Benoit. Alright, on to X. I've almost finished the X-Files game. I need to get around to properly finishing it. Also, fun fact, it doesn't have the power logo in the top right. Don't know why, it just doesn't. And if you're not too sure what I'm talking about this. Where every game sort of has its own, has the power logo in the corner. I recently played through X-Men 2, Wolverine's Revenge. That was a good game. It was voiced by Mark Hamill though, even though it has Hugh Jackman on the front, which makes no sense to me, but it does. And this is a weird oddity. Xenosaga Episode 2 was the only one that got released in the PAL territory. The DVD is to show you what happened in the first game, and then we never got the third game. So I don't know what happened there. Get back in there. But yeah. Alright. On to Y. There's Y. Mostly Yu-Gi-Oh! And Yakuza. That's literally all it is. I've got Yakuza 1 and Yakuza 2. And some Yu-Gi-Oh! Games. I don't know what... There's a few more Y games, but I still got to collect quite a few more of those. But anyway, on to Z, or Z. Again, very small, because one of the big names here is Zone of the Enders. Hideo Kojima's game. 1 and 2, of course. Second runner. And I recently finished Zoo Cube. That game can rot in hell because it's rough and hard as hell. Alright, well, that was all my PAL titles. Sitting down here, you can see how large it is. Let's move on to the American titles. So right here. So this is also on PAL, but I don't have it on PAL at the moment, so I'll just have it sitting there. But this was a gift from a very good friend of mine. Dokapon Kingdom. It looks really good. I eventually will be playing all of these as well. I do have a modded PS2, so we'll eventually play these. And this is a... it looks fun, okay? It's just puzzles and crosswords. And it says over 200 hours of gameplay, so that's going to be a long time to play through all that. But that's just my American titles. Now I have Japanese titles. Now I won't be able to tell you the name of a lot of these things, but I do have a lot of them. This actually looks like a game I really want to play, but the text moves so fast that I can't translate it fast enough. So we'll figure out some way of playing these Japanese titles eventually. Yeah, there's nothing crazy. I mean, this is actually a Dinosaur. I'm pretty sure this is Dinosaur Warriors 4, just the Japanese version. I got a bundle, so I got a whole bunch of these games that came through. So good to have in my collection there. So yeah, Japanese titles. Now I have my next lot of set of games, which is the Platinum versions. These are Platinum editions of current games that I have. I'm eventually going to try and collect them all as well. Jesus, sorry, there's a couch in the way. It's hard to get a good view on this one. But yeah, there's normal games. Weird how Stuntman is white. I'm not too sure why. And yeah, I don't have any more room, so I'm just stacking them on top. I want to get more, but alright, that there was my main collection of PS2 games, including the Platinum titles. There's more than 1,860 games here, but I also do have more to show you, so let's go have a look at my special editions. Like this is a very unique pack, Grand Theft Auto Complete Collection. It was only released in Australia. It'd be good if they made like an Ultimate Edition or something like that. It had like Vice City stories as well, but oh well. And of course this is a fantastic collection to have, the Silent Hill collection. It's got 2, 3 and 4 in it. It's very nice, very nice. Very expensive now. And now I've got my steelbooks, Resident Evil 4. I think I've got almost all of them. I'm still missing a few, but I will eventually get these. Yep, that's my dog. Okay. Anyway, now apart from these titles, there's only one last thing I'm going to show you guys, and that is the extra stuff. Like, I collect PS2 demo discs as well, and I've got the network access discs. Bunch of demos there, like the PlayStation magazine demos. I've got tons of them. I'm trying to collect more of them because I enjoy putting up like the trailers and extra videos that come with it onto the channel, which is always a good thing to see. And I also have all, like, not all of them, but I have like demo discs. Lots of original ones, the ones that come with the console as well. And I also have like other games. This is actually all the cutscenes, I'm pretty sure, of all the 3 Jack games. And I have triple pack, and this is another cool one. The God of War. I know you can get another one, which is just the Hydra fight, but yeah. That's all the extra stuff, and that's basically it. Apart from my consoles, of course, but that is my PS2 collection. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. But yes, that's it. My collection. It's my 2024 update to this collection. I'm slowly buying more games, but it's not as many as I could normally get, but we'll see. The next collection update will be in a while, so yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and I'll see you all in the next video on my channel, so bye-bye.